Hey everyone, how are you? I wanted to connect with you for a few minutes. How are you? So I didn't plan this out, but I just felt called to show up and connect with all of you. And usually I like to let everybody know that I'm going to be on so then we can all be on together. But this time I really just felt like popping on. So something that I've been hearing for the last 2 years, and now I've been doing the work that I do for maybe 20 years, right? Very part-time. Hey Kat, how are you? And I've been professionally doing this work. Hi, beautiful. And hi Pat. So I've been doing then this work online full-time since 2013. And I didn't have an MBA. I wasn't trained in business. I'm always still learning. But one thing that I did have, hi Barry, hi Dr. Seidman. One thing that I did have though is the confidence and the expertise in the areas that I did train in. So I had the confidence and the expertise in hypnosis. I had the confidence, the expertise in my Reiki. I had it in group work. I've been doing it for over 10 years. So for a lot of people who are healers, who are coaches, who already have an expertise and are exhausted, right? Because I even meet a lot of therapists that are exhausted of doing the work that they're doing, and they're asking themselves, how do I take my work to the next level? How do I take my work to the next level? How do I bring in more abundance for the work that I'm doing in the world, right? Because most of us who are attracted to the healing professions, who are healers, who are coaches, who are givers, who are teachers, who are listeners, who are people who know the condition of the human heart, most of us don't get paid that well, right? Out in the quote-unquote real world, right? The 9-to-5 world. So we start to look outside the box, outside of the system, to see what we can create. Thank you, Dr. Seidman. I had great training from you. Hey, Jenny. And so and honestly, guys, I did my work so part-time. I was terrified living in New York of trying to go full-time and not having the means and not having the abundance that I was almost forced to create my business. I was basically laid off 4 times in 3 years. They kept downsizing. They kept shifting the departments. At one point I was laid off and somebody half my age with half my paycheck came in, right, in media. So it was like, well, what am I supposed to do? But here I had all this training that I was doing and helping people, yet I wasn't capitalizing it. I wasn't leveraging it. And there are so many excuses, right? There's so many reasons why we may not go for building something else. I don't have the time. I don't want to deal with the technology. I don't want to deal with social media. I don't want to deal with all these things. But I just want to invite you to pause. You have obviously been called to this work. You've obviously feel such a call to do the work that you've even done it for free. I know that I have at times. And so why are you going to let some technology or an idea that you don't have the resources or an idea that you don't know what to do stop you? And so honestly, I see myself and always have seen myself as an intuitive healer, right? I started as a psychic in my early 20s and then went into hypnotherapy, into Reiki and other trainings. But what I started to realize is that the world didn't have a space for the work that I wanted to do. The world didn't have a place for me. It didn't. The way I was doing it was for free. It was very down low, very part-time. How could I thrive that way? So I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to the people who know that they have another gift, who know that they have another talent, and don't really know how to leverage it, don't really know how to bring it out in a different way, in a way that's easy, right? Or not too difficult. Now, at the same time, a lot of the people that are called for this heartfelt work are also super turned off by these big sales gimmicks. They're turned off by 10K in 10 days. They're turned off by, it's a blueprint, it's a template. People are turned off, and I've met a lot of people who've been burned by that. They've said to me, Vanessa, I have run up my credit card to the 100,000s, to the thousands, and I still haven't made money off my work. And so for all of you listening, for all of you watching who are interested in a different way, I just hopped on, and this wasn't planned, right? Because I have to create my launch plan and all that. This wasn't planned. I want to talk to you. I want to share with you the work that I've been doing in the last 7 months. And so I've been working with 16 people in the Awakened Soul Biz process and program. And it's a program that doesn't give you a blueprint, but it travels you through all the chakras and allows you to look at your beliefs, your mindset, your pain, your fears over creating something, about stepping into visibility, over creating an offer that people will resonate with. And so Awakened Soul Biz has been really, it's been birthed through my experience. And so gently, easily, we are guided through our, what do we see the paradigm as in terms of our divine paradigm? Do we believe that the universe is supporting us? Do we believe that the world is out to get us? Because guess what? If we don't feel supported by the universe, if we don't have some sort of relationship or mindset that invites the unseen powers to show up and support us, it's going to be so hard to create anything, because we're going to think that we're doing it alone. And when we believe that we're doing it alone, we're only tapping into this body, into this mind, body, and spirit, which is limited, right? When we expand our crown connection to soul, and we can bring in the belief and the understanding that we're actually supported in the work that we're wanting to bring into the world, everything changes. And so that's a mindset shift. And some of us have been carrying that mindset not only from this life, from past lives, we've been carrying it from ancestral lineage. Artists never get paid. Healers don't get paid, or we're not supposed to be paid, or intuitives or really spiritual people aren't supposed to be paid. We're carrying these beliefs. And so I had these battles. I went through this journey, and I came up with something called the Awakened Soul process, right? Because I think that everybody who's watching, everybody who's listening is an awakened soul. You're awake. That's why you're here. And you're probably suffering because you're so awake that you're rejecting the system that you're living in, and you don't know how to bring out your work because you don't want to be part of the system. You don't want to be part of this hierarchical, patriarchal bullshit, and you're here to bring in something new, but you don't know quite how to make it work. I was telling somebody that in a way it's almost like, I feel like I should be teaching a class, how to build your life's work without dying. Because it can feel like we're pushed to the edge with visibility. We're pushed to the edge with what we can do by ourselves. So for all of you listening, I want to give you a gift. I'm going to post it in the video, the header of the video. And if you're interested, it's the first chapter, the first week, the PDF for my program. It's the first week. I don't know how many pages is it. Could maybe be 30 pages. I have no idea, or 20 something. And it'll talk about the chakra system. It'll start to talk about what does it have to do with your life's work. What does it have to do with your life's mission? So I'll post it after I hop off this video, and sorry for the glare. And if you want to just sign up and receive it, it's free. It's a gift that I want to give you that I just decided as I was sitting here in my office working. It's like, I want to talk to people today, and I want to connect with them. Because how many of you have felt like you want to do something new, you want to leverage your gifts and your talents, but you don't want to do the whole same old system? Because what's going on out there, and I know that you know this, is that a lot of healers and a lot of coaches, in order to make a living, have been selling lifestyles. And you know that. And so what we do is we fall into, I want freedom, I want money, I want location freedom. And we jump into these, programs, or we sign up for these things, and then we find out, oh my God, there's so much work and all these resources that I need to actually live like the way this person is living. Because some of the people that are sharing these lifestyle businesses actually receive $10,000, $15,000 from their families or their credit cards to invest in Facebook ads. Some of them actually, receive $10,000 from their parents. I know some people actually who, one of them cried to me because she's like, I only got $15,000 from my dad. Well, my friend got $100,000. I'm not going to be able to make that much money off of it. So, but I know that there's so many of you who don't have access to that flow right now, who I didn't have the access to that flow. So how could I create a business? And yet I did. Why? Because what did I have? I had the connection to the divine. I had a will, a really strong will, and a go-getter attitude, and knowing that this was my service. And then to learn to leverage my mindset, right? Because my mindset says, my soul agreement says, as long as I show up, and now show up means anything. It could mean showing up on a video. It could be being kind to a neighbor or a stranger down the street. As long as I show up with my light, that I'm taken care of. Now, on the practical level, I still have to build some programs or portals, right? So all of you can connect with me or I can serve, but I am taken care of. And so this first PDF for the first week of the Awakened Soul Biz program is going to guide you into exploring what is your relationship with the divine. Because if you don't believe that the universe has your back, if you don't understand that you're co-creating, it's going to be hard to create something lasting. So, yes, absolutely, just showing up. And so I'm sending you all so much love. Sharing my program. The Awakened Soul Biz program starts again, actually next month. In 3 weeks it starts. And I haven't started really sharing much about it. I don't know, I just felt moved to come on today and talk to you. I'm going to offer you the PDF for the first week of my program. And what we do is we navigate. We navigate the chakras. We start with our why, right? Like Simon Sinek, right? We start with our why, our soul why. And then we anchor it, because when we get caught up in our soul why, we're all excited, right? Oh my God, I was born to do this. And we get so excited. And then when we have to face the practical realities of how to do this, that's when we fall apart. When we have to face the fears of what our ancestors have gone through, what the planet has gone through, with people who shine and who stand up and are visible, then we get scared and we pull back and we play all these games, right? And we are just resisting. And so the program guides us from the Crown Chakra down into the third, exploring our intuition and exploring how we can use our intuition to strategize. Then we go into our throat chakra, where we talk about how do we talk about what the work we're doing. A lot of us don't have words around this. Do you know that I went into the Latin market? There are not even words for empaths yet. I have to keep saying emotional intuitive. And I'm like, I'm just going to make up the word. You know, since language is always changing, I think I'm going to have to make up some words. And so for so many of us, we are creating things for the first time. Now, it may seem that there are tons of healers and intuitives and psychics and yoga teachers, and bless us, because we're waking up and we're rising up. But there's always room for us. Now, if you've been tired of going through programs that promise you $10,000 in 10 days, programs that keep telling you, I'm going to give you the blueprint, I'm going to give you the template, this is the way that you do it, knowing that maybe they had access to thousands of dollars, knowing that maybe they already had a leg up, knowing that maybe you feel this is not the right way. If you want to travel through your business with a group of soul-minded and really generous-hearted people, if you want to travel with a guide that's been there, you know, I don't sell a lifestyle. I never have. You've seen me go to Panama. You've seen me travel to Miami. And now I live in Pennsylvania. You've seen me navigate my life realistically. You've seen my one-bedroom apartment in New York. I wasn't showing pictures of some family house and saying it was my house. I wasn't trying to show myself in some luxurious manner that I actually am not living in, right? And so when you're talking about the real, and you're talking about anchoring your dream into something real, let's talk. Reach out to me. Let's have a chat. If you're interested in joining the 7-month program, I would love to have you, and receive my gift that I'm going to post now, so you can just download and just read it and see if it guides you into any awareness. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions, post them in here, and I'd love to answer them. Sending you all so much love. Thank you for being here, and thank you for shining your light. I know it's not easy. I know it's a scary time on earth, but I also know that we've been called, that we've chosen to come here at this time for this very reason. Sending you so much love.